Welcome to this tutorial by River City Graphics. Today I'll be showing you how to set up your own private testing server on your computer. So you may be wondering why you would need to do this or what benefits it might give you. So I've created this little example here. Basically it's a PHP file and it's echoing out some text or displaying the text. And when we run it in something like Firefox, you'll see that it doesn't display. And the reason it doesn't display is because PHP and some other coding languages are not actually going to be able to be run on your local server, and you'll need to upload them to a web hosting server in order for them to work. So by setting up your own private server, then you'll be able to actually run those files. So some of the other perks of this, I mentioned that you can have PHP files run, and there's some other coding languages, but you can also use MySQL databases as well. And you can also test your files offline and make sure that they work before you can upload them. So that's a big thing because you don't want to make your site live and have errors and all kinds of crazy stuff. So you want to test it offline and then upload it and make sure it will work first. And then another perk to doing this is that you can actually test your files without having internet access. So if you're trying to do this somewhere that you don't have internet, then you can actually still program and do whatever you want. So we're going to get started by going to Firefox, and then we're going to type in the little Google bar, or just go to Google. We're going to search XAMPP or XAMPP. I've heard it pronounced both ways. So we're going to say XAMPP. Hit enter, and then we're going to go to this top entry, which should be apachefriends.org/en/XAMPP. You may need to select the language. And then basically once you're on this site, you're going to want to select the program or the operating system that works for you. So I'm running Windows, so I'm going to select that. And now once you have that, you're going to look for the download. So you're going to come down to download and then XAMPP. And then we're going to download the basic package, and then we're going to want the exe file. Now I've tried downloading the zip file, and it's definitely a lot more confusing, so I would definitely recommend the exe file, and it's a lot smaller. So we're going to click that one and download it. So now it's going to go to SourceForge, and now it's going to say that we can open this, so I'm going to save it. And I'm just going to pause the video so that you guys don't have to watch it save. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, welcome back. As you can see, I have successfully downloaded XAMPP for Windows. I found where Firefox also put my downloads and then just drug this to the desktop for easier use. So we're just going to open this up to install it. Click Run. And then I'm going to select a destination right here, and I'm just going to leave it at the default because that's what their website actually recommends. So just leave it as the C and then install it. So it's going to say to run, and then it's probably going to bring up a little security thing for my computer, and I'm just going to run that too. So continue, and then as you can see, it's just going to start installing, and it's just going to go on for a while. So I'm just going to pause this again, and then I will see you in a second. Alright, welcome back. We're almost done installing XAMPP. All the files have finished transferring, so now it's just brought up this little command prompt, and it wants us to finish off some of the settings. So it's asking us, should we add shortcuts to the start menu in desktop, and if you want that, then hit yes. I'd recommend that. So it already has a Y there, and if not, you just press N. So since there's a Y, I'm just going to enter. Then it says, should I locate the paths correctly? Should I proceed? Just hit yes. And then it wants to know, should I make a portable XAMPP without drive letters? And since you're probably not using a USB stick or like a flash drive, you're going to want to hit no, which is already the default. And it's going to do some of this, just go through these things. And it says hit return to continue. And now I think that we're actually done with this, so we're just going to close out the command prompt. And then we're going to just drag out onto where you can see it. This is the XAMPP control panel right here, so we don't really need the installer, so I'm just going to delete that. And with the control panel, we're just going to open that up. It's going to bring this up right here, and you can see you have Apache, you have MySQL, FileZilla, and some other different programs. So we're just going to start Apache, and we're going to start MySQL. So just click Start on each of those, and in order to use these, you're going to need to actually click those each time. So now what we're going to do is actually test those files that we had before, and in order to do that, we need to actually put these files into the XAMPP folder. So we're going to grab our Start menu. Basically, if you go to Start, then you want to do the right click on Start, Explore, and then you're going to find where XAMPP is. And since it's on C, I'm just going to go down. And I have it right here. Right here. XAMPP. You go down on the C. XAMPP's right here, and you're going to want to find the htdocs folder. Now, once you have this, you're going to right-click, and you're going to go to Create Shortcut. and then just drag the shortcut onto the desktop, and that's going to make it a lot easier for you later on. So I'm just going to minimize that, and we're going to move this over here. So now for this htdocs shortcut, we're going to just rename it. Let's just call it XAMPP server. Alright, so basically anything you put in here you're going to be able to actually test online. So if I open this up, you're going to see you have an index file here and another index file, and we're actually going to show you something here. We're just going to open up Firefox, and instead of having an actual URL, we're just going to say localhost and then a slash and hit enter. And look at that, you've opened up XAMPP, and that was not there before. So you click on English, and it's like, congratulations, you've now installed XAMPP. So now you can do some stuff in there. What I was trying to show you was that if you put anything in here and then you link to it, like say this test file that we were testing in Dreamweaver earlier, you remember this file right here. If we take that, put it into here, so you can see it now in the folder, and then we go back to Firefox, and then we do localhost slash and then test.php, which is the name of that file, then hit enter. Guess what? We're now seeing that text and it's working properly. So now you can do PHP files, and I'm going to help you set up so that you can actually use the MySQL databases, which will probably be a later tutorial, but I'm going to show you how to set it up right now. So we're going to just go back to localhost, and basically I just wanted to clarify the reason that we actually created this folder right here was so that when you actually put files in here, you will be able to actually, it'll keep that updated in your C, and you won't actually have to go and keep them, and you'll have copies of your site in each place. So keeping a shortcut rather than a copy is a better method for that. So basically we're going to just start with the working with the databases. So I'm just going to hit enter, and then right here where it says security, you're going to want to click on that. So it's going to open that up in a new window, and then what you want to do is just click this link right here, and it's going to ask you to create a new password, and then it's got some other settings that we're just going to leave as default. Now for MySQL, if you were doing this online on an actual web server, you'd probably be able to set your own username, but since it's set up on your local host, it's just leaving your username as root, so you don't have to create one of those. So for the new test password, I'm just going to say test123, test123, and then we'll just click password changing. You're not really changing it, you're creating it, but it will say that you can create it. So password was successfully changed. Please restart MySQL to enable these changes. So we're just going to close this out, minimize that, and now we have our control panel here. We're just going to stop each of these by clicking on stop. Alright, stop MySQL now, and then we're just going to close the program. So actually we need to open it. There's actually a little tab down in your taskbar, or your little toolbar. You can click on the little orange button and it'll bring it back up. Now we actually need to click exit right here to make sure that we exit the program. So now if we open this back up, and then we start these up, then now we'll be able to actually use that password. If we go to localhost slash, and then we want to do PHP myadmin, and a slash, hit enter, then you can log in with root and test123. Alright, there you go. See, we've gone into PHP myadmin, and you can create databases and all kinds of stuff. And I will be doing a tutorial on that later so that we can get that set up, and I can start doing some PHP and MySQL tutorials probably, since now we have our own little server here to work with. So I hope you guys like this tutorial and learned something about installing XAMPP, and maybe you'll get to play around with it a little bit. So don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.